Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm here with another live session or another session with you all, not live but recorded. And today I'm going to talk about the markets, as the weekend market analysis, and a couple of stocks that I find interesting on the charts. We'll discuss about them. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. I'm not a member of the NSE and BSE, and that I'm not an official portfolio advisor. Whatever I discuss on my channel is purely on my purely on my experience over the last 12 13 years being in the market, and this is purely for educational purposes. Whatever financial decisions that you take with respect to buying into any asset class, it is laden with market risk. Kindly take that on note. Before I talk about the markets, here's one request. Kindly support me on Patreon. And once you do that, help me grow the channel. Help you also ask me questions, seek out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, which I keep updating every 2-3 weeks. Discussions on markets, discussion on economies, specific companies, etc. And all your queries get answered there. Now let's discuss about the mid and small cap indices. So for that, let me take you to the TradingView website, and from there we'll just take out the CNX mid cap index. So if you look at the CNX mid cap index at the moment, doing fine. So what has happened is that from these levels of higher levels of 49,700 in February, we started to little bit go down, and there were warning signs out here from 16th of February all the way till start of March, and eventually we had a jolt right at the end of February, and then a recovery for a couple of days, and then the big fall from 7th from the 11th of March, and 2-3 days of huge fall, and eventually most of the retail traders, weak investors got wiped out here, and now there is some sort of recovery happening. Now this level of 46,000 is extremely crucial on the mid cap index. This is the low made on the 15th of March. This level of 46,000, if we go back to 20th of December, this was the exact high that was made on 20th of December, which was 45,955. So 46,000 is extremely crucial. If that gets held on, then we are looking at a scenario, because 45,800 to 45,900, 46,000 is extremely strong support. So that should not go. If that gets held on, the uptrend is still intact, and we could go higher from here. Even if we spend a week, 2 weeks in this range of 46,500 to 48,000 or like that, it's perfectly fine, but we should not go down below, say, this level of 46,000 on the mid cap index. So looking okay on the RSI front also. It's around 47. It's not abysmally low. 1 or 2 good days will take it above 50. And in terms of the 50 DMA, we are having 50 DMA at 47,500, 47,450. We are very close to that. So what could happen is that in the next couple of days, because the Dow finished in the red, in the next couple of days we might end up going lower in the next couple of days, but we should not go below 46,000. Looking at the small cap index, so Nifty is doing okay. I'll not discuss that, but specifically mid cap and small cap, I wanted to discuss. So if we look at the small cap index here, it's around 42,770, and here the rebound has been even stronger. So if you look at it, the low made was 40,500 here, then the next day it was around 40,000, and from 40,000 we are already at 42,800 or so. So a 5% recovery on the small cap index is already taken place in 4-5 trading sessions, and it is looking stronger than the mid cap index, and which is a very good sign for the broader markets. Again here, if we look at on the 20th of December, the low made was 40,800. So again, your stop loss here is around 41,000. The market should not go below 41,000 in any case. The low on this 15th of March was 41,374. So 41,000 is the line in the sand for the small cap index, and it is also looking like coming back into the phase. But both indices are not out of the woods yet, especially the small cap index. The RSI is still 44. So 2 3 good days could take it higher, and then we could confidently say, or we can confidently say that we are now fine, and that decline was perhaps just a correction, and the uptrend begins. The 50 DMA on the small cap index is around 43,700. So we are watching out for that. Again, we could see a decline in the next couple of days or couple of sessions as the market opens. But hopefully on the small cap index, we should not go below 41,300 or so on the index. Otherwise, we close below that, then another round of selling could just begin. So that's the call. Now, couple of stocks which is in the larger domain, not small caps, but in the larger domain, look pretty interesting, and so I wanted to discuss them with you. So one of the stocks in that list is Zomato. I feel Zomato, the way it has come back. So if you see here, the low on that dreaded day when everything was falling was around 148, and from there we are already at 174 and very close to new all-time high. 174.90 was made today. 175.60 was the high. I feel if somebody can buy here, or a little 1 or 2 rupees lower with a stop loss at 168, can do well. 168 is your crucial support. Below that, the stock should not go. The low here when the high was made was 168. So have a stop loss at 168, and be a positional investor in here for the next 6 months. I think this could do extremely well once 180 185 is taken out. We could look at even 240 going forward, but do not have targets in mind. Keep a strict stop loss at 168, and only then you can probably then look at the upside, and eventually after 6 months we'll see where the stock lands up. But 168 is the line in sand for you on something like a Zomato. Second stock is Varun Beverages. I believe that Varun Beverages, the way it is consolidating after the fall, and the way it has just remained stationary even in deep cuts days, when the market fell. So on 15th, I think this, let me just take that out. So this was 15th of March when heavy selling was going on. The stock did nothing, in fact went up and then went lower and eventually finished flat. I believe that this is just you can say making itself up for a big up move. Around 1400 is the stock. Keep a stop loss at around 1340 1330. So 50 60 60 70 rupees stop loss, and this could go to newer highs as the summer picks up and goes into July. So that's the call. Again, both these stocks could be in my portfolio, so that's a disclaimer that these stocks could well be in my portfolio, but looks extremely good, these two stocks, from a medium term point of view, from 4 to 6 months point of view, both Zomato and Varun Beverages. So this was a video on the markets. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my video straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.